Hello everyone and welcome to the Carcode YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Sam. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for new reviews every single week. First of all, I want to say a huge thanks to Pye Motors Ford in Kendal for making this review possible and many of my other reviews this year. So this is the Kuga plug-in hybrid and it takes on cars like the Tiguan e-hybrid as well as the RAV4 plug-in. So this is the ST Line X today that I'm going to be reviewing and it's finished in the chrome blue. A little bit more on that in a bit. Should we take it for a drive and see what it's like? Let's go. Makes a bit of a growl there. I'll put my foot down now. We're not in EV mode, we're in just normal. But she picks up speed well. There's not even a turbo in this. I'm honest. Get on your side. Does that look like on your side of the road? A small car, the CVT, can be very just unsettled and very nasty to hear, if that makes sense. But I think because it's got a bigger 2.5 litre engine, it's quite a smooth running engine. The Kuga has a 2.5 litre engine, making it the biggest engine I've actually reviewed on the Carcode channel. And it's a naturally aspirated unit. Combined with the twin electric motors to the front wheels, it pumps out an output of 225 PS, which is 222 brake horsepower, getting it from 0 to 60 in just 9.2 seconds. That might not sound crazy fast, but testing it, it feels quicker than that. It feels reasonably good. Automatic is very smooth because it's CVT. The CVT aspect does mean it can be less refined at higher speeds than other cars, but this one's really impressed me. Because of the bigger engine, it works well, and it's just a less complicated system. So yeah, you have this Duratorque 2.5 litre engine, which means it's great on fuel and combines really well with the electric motors. So really, really good job well done from Ford. I did have doubts with it, but I'm really pleasantly impressed, and the bonnet's very light too. The Kuga PHEV has a battery capacity of 14.4 kilowatt hours and it can charge at a rate of up to 3.7 kilowatt hours. That means a full charge can be done in 3.5 hours, and on a 3-pin plug it can be done in around 6.5 hours, which really isn't too bad, and it means you might not even need to install an EV charger at your home, as you'll be able to just plug it into a 3-pin socket and use public chargers where needs be. The official electric only range on the Kuga PHEV is 39 miles, and Ford claim a realistic range of between 28 and 41 miles. When I was driving the car, it was more saying a realistic range between 22 and 25 miles. Obviously, it all depends on where you're driving. I'd say in town you could easily achieve the 30-mile mark. In regards to the placement of the batteries, they are in the floor of the car and also under the boot, so you do lose a little bit of boot space, but a little bit more on that later. Put your foot down and it goes, so it's okay. Obviously there's no turbo lag as well. There's no paddles, which would have been quite nice. Obviously it doesn't have gears because it's a CVT, but if you did have the paddles for regen, that would be quite good. You don't feel like you're in something unmanageable for UK roads, and obviously that's quite important, especially since this car is actually designed for the American market, where it is sold as the Ford Escape. In America this would be a small SUV, and obviously here in Europe it's a mid to large SUV. The main benefit of your plug-in hybrid is got to be the company car tax. So if you're a company car driver, that's going to be sort of one of the main reasons why you'd go for one of these. So you can put it in EV mode, normal operation, all electric driving, and 95% electric saved. If I put it in normal, it just sort of does what it needs to do, I'm told. It's very smooth at these slow speeds. Of course, it's just in EV mode now. These are the 19-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, and they are quite smooth, to be fair. Don't have too much of a harsh ride. You can also go to 20-inch alloy wheels, but I'd probably stick to these. You get that slightly sportier Ford suspension anyway. I'm driving around town, it's perfectly suited to this actually. It's got auto hold on your brakes. These heated seats are lovely as well in the winter pack. The winter pack's £550, which isn't too bad. And what is it like inside the Kuga? Well, it's really nice. You do have these Sensico sort of Alcantara seats, which are really, really comfortable with the red stitching. ST line models, of course, have got that. You've got this 8-inch Sync 3 system. It will be the Sync 4 on the facelift. So, of course, this doesn't feel like the most modern screen, but it's very easy to use. Just sort of everything's where you need it to be. So it does the trick, really. This 12.3-inch digital cluster as well is standard on all the plug-in models. You can get wireless phone charging as well. This one's got it. It's a £150 option on your ST line models. The sunroof is standard on this ST line X edition, but on the ST line edition it is an option of just over £1,000. I would go for that. On this size of SUV, a sunroof is really beneficial in my opinion. You've got the blind that goes all the way back as well. And to be fair, for a sunroof, this one does a really good job. It goes really far back, so your rear passengers get the benefit of it as well. Put it into reverse, you see the rear camera there. That's on all the plug-in models as well. I do really love the gear selector as well. It's just uncomplicated, just easy to use. Put it back into park. You've got the camera button here. This one's got the driver assist pack, which is £1,100. It gives you the front camera on the car. You can see the front camera there, which is quite a nice feature to have. It's not got 360 cameras like what you get on Nissans. It's just front and rear, but it's still handy. You get the front and rear sensors as standard anyway, and the rear camera. It's just an extra addition in the driver assist pack, the front camera. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and the blind spot monitoring as well. So I'd definitely go for that as well on this type of car. That's definitely something worth going for. You get this nice sort of gloss trim. It all looks really nice. It's very premium materials as well. Quite surprising. They've gone up definitely a huge notch from the previous Kuga and the previous sort of Fords. I mean, not everything's proper premium, but you don't expect it. It's a mainstream vehicle. If you want to go for something more premium, you can do, but you're going to pay the extra price. But I'm impressed. The engine's been very smooth. You've got the B&O sound system on this one as well, which is great. I've tested that. Yeah, really nice squidgy steering wheel. This one's heated as well on the winter pack, £550 for that. Defo go for that. Your Ford quick clear screen though, with the little elements in the windscreen, that is standard as well. So you do get a good standard equipment with the front and rear sensors, this digital dials, the red stitching, the driver's electric seat as well. You can upgrade it to AGR seats, which is sort of the official comfort. So if you've got any back problems or anything like that, it gives you extra support, and they are £550. You've got your armrest here with the little tray, as you get in most cars like this. Yeah, quite a nice place to be in the front. The screen is pretty much central and not offensive really. It's not too huge. It does the job. So let's open the boot. Second try, that's okay. As you can see, the thing's in it. It's got a good amount of space, 411 litres, and if you move the seats forward, they go up to 475 litres. It's not as big as a 526 on the non-plug-in, but you're not actually losing that much boot space from plug-in or not plug-in, so that's good. You get this false floor as well. This one has got the cables underneath. You can get a spare wheel as well for £150 extra, so it's up to you which one you want. Most cars now don't have a spare wheel, so it's nice that you've got the option and you've got the space to put it in if you did want to retrofit it, so that's really good. Not the biggest size boot in its class, but it is quite practical because of its square shape. It's quite a large boot really. You can also fold the seats from here, like so, which is rather nice. It's not as big as a CR-V plug-in hybrid boot, but that doesn't have the seat releases in the back, and also it comes at a cost of almost £55,000. Electric tailgate is standard as well, which is a really nice feature. For this size of car, electric tailgate is best really. And what are your passengers going to think about the rear seats in the Kuga? Well, you've got quite a wide car, so it's good. Your seats are tilted up slightly. You don't have the longest bases on them, so you don't have a lot of underleg support. So for long journeys, for taller passengers, it might not be as nice, but for kids it's absolutely fine, and they are comfortable seats, I can say that. You've, of course, like on most SUVs like this, you've got your reclining settings, so you can have it more reclined or you can be more upright. So you've got a few different settings. It's 60-40 split. You've got your rear armrest, which is very good quality, doesn't hit the base. got 2 cup holders in there, nice tab, really, really good. Your middle seat is comfortable-ish. The back is not the most comfortable because of this armrest and because it's in the leather rather than in this Alcantara. So shorter journeys back seat, but it is a wide enough back seat. So yeah, I think your rear passengers will be quite happy. Like I say, the sunroof goes really far back as well, so you get that light in here, so it's not claustrophobic at all, which is great. So for longer journeys, it'll be quite happy in here. It's also got heated rear seats with the winter pack, so that's so nice that you have that. You've also got the little slidey bit to give more boot space, so you can proper go forwards if you need to get more space in the boot, or of course you can have them slid back. So really versatile, same as in the Tiguan with those sorts of slidey seats. Yeah, nice and practical. So I like the back seats. You've got 2 USB-C ports on this 73 plate model. On the older ones you will have the normal USBs. Back seats, I can't really fault it. It's got everything that you'd want. You've got the pockets as well on the backs of the seats, feel very good quality. And window controls, plastics in the back are always not as good as the front on a car, but everything's easy to clean and I think it'll work fine for families. So what about colours on the Kuga plug-in hybrid? Well, there's a few that you can pick from. Not the most exciting colours, but there's a few nice options. You start with the flat blazer blue, which is a navy sort of colour, and that's the free colour option. Then goes to frozen white, which is a flat white, and that's £250 option. Metallic paintwork start at £600, so this is the chrome blue, this is £600. I do quite like this. It's a nice sort of subtle colour, but it does suit the car quite well. You can also get the agate black for £600, and the solar silver is also £600. You can get some more premium paints as well. So you've got magnetic, which is £750, that's your dark grey. I can imagine that being a very popular colour. It's sort of all the rage right now, and it'll keep its value, tasteful sort of colour. You've also got lucid red, which is £850. I don't really like red. That would probably not be the best colour option to go for. Now, in America, the Ford Escape, the facelift, which we will be seeing next year, they've got a new colour called Vapor Blue, and I think it's absolutely lovely because it's bringing back that Ford light blue era of the early 2000s. I don't know if everyone remembers when literally every Ford was this light blue metallic and sort of silverish, and I don't know if people got sick of it or whatnot, but it looks like it's coming back. This would look great in Desert Island blue, I think, as well. Most cars in this class don't have wacky colours. They're just sort of quite subtle tones that suit everyone. So it's not like it's got a small choice of colours. There's quite a few different ones that you can go for. So the front of the Kuga, you've got this really large honeycomb style grille on your ST line and ST Line X models, all of your sporty models and special editions. They've got this grille as well. Overall looks quite nice. The Ford badge is up here at the moment, but like most facelift Fords, it will be going to the middle and growing as well. And from what we've seen of the Escape facelift in America, it looks really good, and it does look like a decent facelift and an improvement. You do get these large LED headlamps, which look great with this signature at the bottom. You can upgrade them for some advanced quad LED lights for £550 with a technology pack. That also brings the driver a heads-up display as well. Of course, adding these things, it's getting closer to that £40,000 threshold, which means you're going to have to pay an extra £390 of road tax per year. So definitely something to be mindful of, and definitely worth speaking to your Ford dealer about whether the list price of your car or car that you're looking at was under that 40k, because you can do it, it is possible, but you just have to be careful with those options. However, these lights are absolutely fine, and personally I think the digital instrument cluster is perfectly fine, and you don't really need the heads-up display. So let's talk about wheels on the Kuga plug-in hybrid. Well, they start at 18 inches on your ST line model in the rock grey metallic. They're a really nice wheel, perhaps a bit small for the car. You can upgrade them on the ST line as well to these ST Line X wheels for £600. These are standard on the ST Line X. They're a diamond cut machined wheel, and they look absolutely stunning. They're definitely my favourite wheel. You also have the red brake calipers, which look really good. To see manufacturers add a sporty edge even to plug-ins, they don't have to be boring just because they're environmentally friendly. They look really great. On ST Line X, like this trim here, you can upgrade to 20-inch grey machined alloy wheels, and they're a cost option of £600. But I would defo stick to these ones because they look great anyway. If you go to the black design package, you get some 20-inch black alloy wheels. You can also get 19-inch black alloy wheels on the Graphite Tech Edition. On your Vignale model, you get 19-inch nickel luster alloy wheels, which are all a silver kind of colour to look a bit more luxurious rather than sporty. So these are defo my favourite wheels. There's a few different options there that you can see though. I do like the standard SE line wheels, but they're not too expensive to go to these really nice diamond cut wheels. They've been really good with the wheels pricing. Ford always are. They don't go silly into the thousands for your wheels. Very reasonable if you want to upgrade them. The rear of the Kuga, I mean, all the design lines are quite soft and curvy. They're not that sharp angular creases that you see in the Volkswagen Group cars, but I think some people will prefer this softer look. You get the rear tinted windows as well as standard. And the rear design, what's that like? You have these LED tail lamps. I think they are starting to look a bit dated, so good job. The facelift is coming very shortly. And Ford don't mess about with their exhaust either. Real exhaust, twin pipes, look really nice. Just really simplistically done and not offensive at all. So, is the Kuga a car worth buying? I think certainly so. If you're looking for a plug-in hybrid that's smooth, especially around town, has a nice ride, it doesn't have too much body roll, so it feels like a sporty enough car to drive, but it needs to have that practicality and 5-seat space and all the rest of it, the Kuga's a great option. Of course, the facelift is due very shortly, so I'm looking forward to seeing that and see what that adds to the car. I'm sure it will a lot. Pricing of the plug-in hybrid, you're looking around £40,000 depending on your trim, but you can get nearly new models, a year old X demos for around 30k, even 25 as well. So make sure to click on the link, check out Pye Motors. They've been a huge help making this video possible.